Mike's Daily Podcast.
Episode 1080. Welcome to the 80s.
Hey, we're back in the 80s. Coming to you live.
I have hair and I've spiked it now in my mind.
I had spiked hair in the 90s.
Really?
No, it was in the 2000s.
Do you have pictures of that?
Yeah, of course I do.
That's Hayley, Thesemi.
Hey!
I'm Mike Matthews, and the show is called
Mike's Daily Podcast.
No, it's not.
Are you sure?
I thought I was going to call this show Tool Time. Talk about tools.
Mike's Daily Podcast.
It would be. Let's hear it for comedian Tim Allen. He made a sitcom that was. I can't come up with any words today.
I don't know what to say about Home Improvement, honestly.
Usually right here we sing and have lyrics and stuff, but not today, my friend.
Mike's Daily Podcast.
I'm tapped out.
Are you?
It's Monday and I'm tapped out.
Mike's
Daily. Oh, I did want to
Podcast.
say the word
Yeah.
early on, just to break it in.
Just to get that out of the way.
No, I wanted to say the word cruisage, which is, I guess, Ted Cruz and John Kasich. Oh, Krusik is what I meant to say, because they want to team together to beat Trump.
Say that word again.
Krusik?
On a Sunday afternoon.
Krusik. Never
Get the nomination too soon. No.
Krusik. And then Hillary maybe will get this guy here that I just had up on this screen here. Nope, not that screen.
Not that screen.
Not that screen. How about this screen?
Hey!
Sherrod Brown.
Who the f*** is Sherrod Brown?
Now I have to go back to the other screen to mark that, because you cussed like a bad person. Sherrod! Ah! That's not the right... All right, I'm just going to close that because it keeps...
I'm still not the right one.
All right. He's a senator from Ohio since 2007. And if she gets him... Look at just why... she'll get the Buckeye State, which is Ohio, which is like a big voting state. And so that would be what? The United States may be ready for a vice presidential pick whose spouse is a Pulitzer Prize-winning columnist, it says here in this article. You're a fine article.
Are we? Are we ready for a Pulitzer Prize columnist's husband to be a... Does this have any effect on our life? Does any of this have any effect on our lives?
No, so let's stop talking about it.
Yeah.
We're going to not talk about...
The nominations are going to happen. The presidential elections are going to happen. Drums keep pounding rhythms to the brain.
La-di-da-di-da. Who is coming in today? We have the wonderful... Oh, look, these people just walked in.
Wow.
Hi, Mike. How y'all doing? It's Disgruntled Fiddle player, tell you what. What? You said on Friday you met a rodeo queen at a mixer on Thursday in Podcastro Valley.
I can't see our recording, so I don't know if we're still recording.
Oh, yeah, we're paranoid.
Later that day.
So what just happened was we stopped and...
Oh, no!
Stopped. We stopped the tape. Oh, no. You guys are silly. It's an important podcast that you're listening to right now. I met a rodeo queen. Very nice. She apparently, though, even though she's the rodeo queen for the Castro Valley Rodeo that comes up every year around this time, she is from Turlock.
I love that name.
Turlock. But she might be listening to today's show, so hello. Also, I met a girl named Samantha with her dog yesterday, and her dog played with my dog, and I gave her my card and said you should listen to this podcast. So maybe there's 2 more people listening today than usually do.
Maybe.
But you said Becca listened to a bunch of shows.
But yeah, she went and binge listened.
I'm so flattered that someone binge listened to the podcast. That does me so good a world of hurt.
Whatever you just said.
Smoothies. I've been making a lot of smoothies lately. Do you know what my recipe for smoothies is?
Put some stuff in a blender, blend it up, drink it.
No, I put cocaine in it. And
okay.
No.
I'm interested. keep talking.
That was my big sniff noise because of cocaine.
Get it?
Interestingly enough, speaking of cocaine, Stevie Nicks, she had a bad cocaine habit. Messed up her nose. She was inspired by Little Red Corvette. The late Prince wrote that song. Now, she heard Little Red Corvette and went, holy f***, this is the best f***ing song I've ever f***ing heard in my f***ing life. And she got in her car and she drove up from Los Angeles up to Santa Barbara, and whilst in the car, she came up with the lyrics to Stand Back, which, if you listen to Stand Back, has the same overall feel as Little Red Corvette. She always has been, so...
What?
Because, it goes, Little Red Corvette, and she goes, stand back,
stand back.
That's all they have in common. They have this nothing in common.
Baby, you're much too fast. It's alright.
As we go outside a cafe anyway, we're bringing
You need a love that's gonna last. No, I don't see it. Little Red Corvette.
Somehow to me they seem similar.
Room, I did not speak to you well. Little Red Corvette. You were standing in the line.
Standing in the line. I would cry. We did that song. I sang that song at we had a rock band night. I didn't tell you what I did Saturday night.
Oh my God, you got a rock band night?
I guess it was Saturday night. I guess it makes it all right.
I guess it makes it all right.
What do I gotta lose?
That's a song about. That's a verse about having a bunch of condoms in your pocket.
Some of them Trojans.
Some of them used.
That's disgusting.
I know, but it's Saturday night. I guess that makes it all right.
He put it in a song, the pop song that still adult contemporary stations play today.
It's true.
Thank you, Prince. What happened then? Oh, and then I posted on Facebook. What's so funny right now, I'm laughing, is before we started recording, I said to Hayley, I don't know what we're going to talk about. And here we are. I've got like 3,000 things I can talk about now. So, Hayley, you were right. You said, let's just hit record and see what happens. What did you say?
I said we're gonna press record, and then it's gonna hit the fan.
That's what's amazing about Hayley. Here at Cafe Anyway, located somewhere in Podcaster Valley at the last place on earth. Hey, Brewmaster.
Mark, I make the root beer. I'm the Brewmaster. Oh, boy. I'll cut you.
All right.
Okay.
We can move on now.
Cool.
We got that out of the way. So anyway, what I was talking about was play a Rock Band. Remember Rock Band?
The video game, right?
Yeah.
I am insulted I wasn't invited. Oh, I was working.
You were working.
Yeah.
Next time, I'll let my friend Steve know that you're interested. He would love to have you. Steve, I've known Steve since 2000. I know his girlfriend. They've been together for decades now. Nice. She directed a play that I was in, a Shakespeare play. That's the same one that Eric, that directs plays now in Danville. They just did The Great Gatsby.
Nice.
We were in a Shakespeare play.
Who's her name?
Terry is her name. Thank you.
Terry's her name. Nice.
Terry. So anyway, all of a sudden, Steve's like, we're doing Stand Back by Stevie Nicks. And I'm like, oh, blah, 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 Little Red Corvette. He's like, shut up, sing. So I start singing, no one, I walk by, just an invitation, and I feel just fine, because I'm singing the Stevie Nicks song, even though I'm a guy. And I kind of did the what does she do? That, the vibrato, whatever you call it?
Just fine.
Yeah.
The growl.
And there were two women at this event, and they jumped in as backup vocalists, and we did this sort of reverse. even though a female sang the song originally, now we had a male singing and females backing up the vocals. It was an interesting arrangement. And everybody played drums and guitar, fake guitars and drums.
I always play bass if I get the chance to during Rock Band.
Rock Band's a wonderful game for people that want to mix shooting galleries with playing an instrument. Because that's what it is. You're basically shooting the little dot by the time it hits that line.
Yeah.
Right? You have to time it just right. It's all about timing and coordination.
It's DDR for people that hate to exercise.
What's DDR mean?
Dance Dance Revolution.
Ah. Well, Steve does it right because he's got mic stands and he ties scarves to the mic stands a la Steven Tyler of Aerosmith and other rock stars.
All right.
So, He's
got tubes connected to the guitar so you can put them in your mouth and you can go...
Oh, you didn't do that. That's a la Peter Frampton, a.k.a. Ricky Sambora. Richie Sambora did that for Bon Jovi. We did a Bon Jovi song. We did Wanted, Dead or Alive.
Yeah, you did.
So you remember how you and I did it on a podcast several months ago?
Wanted.
So, you know that... So he goes, because I'm wanted, dead. So me and this other guy, Andrew, I forget his name. He and I kept doing the wanted, but instead of right there on the chorus, we were doing it everywhere you could fit it in the song. It was so annoying. It's like, so I walk these streets wanted, the 6th Street on my back, I play for keeps wanted, because I might not make it back, I've been everywhere wanted. And it totally reminded me of that. Look at this photograph. Every time I do it makes me laugh. Every time I do it makes me laugh. Oh, I should put it in right here.
Yeah.
Look at this photograph. Every time I do it makes me laugh. Every time I do it makes me laugh. Every time I do it makes me laugh.
That's a little sample. Hayley turned me on to that bizarre version of that Nickelback song.
Thank you, random internet person.
Haley, wait, now see I've lost steam. Steampunk is awesome, by the way.
Steampunk is awesome. There's a steampunk convention that's coming up in San Jose.
Let me tell you right now that I want to get into that so badly, but I don't want to pay. How do I go about that? Oh, let's promote it.
Probably can't.
Let's promote it now.
I don't remember
and we'll
what it's called.
We just promoted it, and we want free tickets. Give it to us now. Damn steampunkers. I've never been to a steampunk convention. I want to go.
Really?
I would frickin' go. To me, that would be Disneyland and every amazing amusement park all wrapped up in one.
Hold on, I'm looking up what it's called.
Disneyland, give us free frickin' tickets because I just mentioned your stupid park where it's too expensive to...
Clockwork Alchemy, that's what it's called. Isn't that such a cool name?
Clockwork Alchemy. That is the best name that has ever come up with in time now. I love steampunk. Did I mention that earlier in the show?
No, I didn't know you liked steampunk. Oh my god. And musical guests, the men that will not be blamed for nothing. And the cog is dead. Oh. I guess.
That was... So, when I was in Florida visiting my mom, a year ago now... Because I went to visit her around Mother's Day. Mother's Day's coming up real soon, huh? Hey, kids, give your mom something nice. She does something nice for you. Unless she's mean.
Unless she's horrible.
Unless she's horrible, then ignore
unless
her.
She's the worst mother.
Then don't give her anything.
Blow her off.
But Mike and Haley, you've given me conflicting messages. I don't know what I should do for my mom now.
So, I'm gonna really quick just quote a Fergie song right here to describe my reaction to this.
Okay.
Oh, shit! Clockwork Alchemy tickets are grouped in with FanimeCon tickets, which means you can go to 2 different events in San Jose.
Oh. Wow.
For 1 ticket. Well, I think you have to pay a slight premium for Clockwork Alchemy, but they're not that expensive. It's still actually pretty small. And our good friend Jarrell is working Fenway.
Maybe he can get us in.
He can't. I tried last year.
Damn.
Yeah.
So in Florida, they were promoted. We went and saw Cabaret at a theater in Florida, and I'm like the only young person there.
Right, because it's Florida. There's like old people and alligators.
And it was a great performance. A lot of Floridians trying to do German accents. But they were promoting a steampunk concert. And my mom's like, what's steampunk? And I'm like, well, you ever watched Around the World in 80 Days and all those Jules Verne type things? It's kind of based on that.
It is that. What was the steampunk concert? Was it...
I want to say it was that Cog thing you just mentioned.
Okay. That's cool. I'd say the most popular steampunk band, I don't know if you've heard of them. They're very good, though. They're called Steam Powered Giraffe.
No.
Yes. It's one of those bands where all the members take on personas, and their particular personas are robots. Steampunk robots.
Oh, wow.
They do a very good job of doing, like, mime work of acting like robots.
Do they do a cover of Peter Gabriel's Steam?
I don't think so, but they have amazing original songs.
You know you're plastic from your cash. Give me steam, and everything can make it real. Real is everything you see. Got a heart with the dreamer's dream. Peter Gabriel? He was with Genesis, and you know that. But
I do know that.
The people that I saw on Friday night, the pastor from a Baptist church who was 20-something, and his wife, they named their daughter Genesis, and they had no idea who Genesis was, the
That's
band.
Messed up.
I'm like, well, I guess your daughter's just named after a book in the Bible then. That's what I said. All right, wait. So Stevie Nicks, back to Stand Back.
Back to Stand Back and Stevie Nicks.
Going back. She was driving up to Santa Barbara. She came up with the song Stand Back, one of her biggest solo hits. And then, years later, Maya Rudolph and Christina Applegate had a TV show together about a baby or some such... I don't know. Will Arnett was on it. It was pretty funny. But they actually made a allusion to that. And I had explained it. I was married then. I had explained it to my then wife about what Maya Rudolph said something like... I got a bunch of Stevie Nicks. Let's drive up to Santa Barbara and sing Stand Back. And I'm like, oh my gosh, you're totally referencing that story. And then Stevie Nicks shows up on the show, the real Stevie Nicks, and she sings with Christina Applegate. And Christina Applegate looks like a young version of Stevie Nicks because
Really?
they're both blonde and they have the big eyes. And so they sang a duet together, and that's the funniest thing that show ever did.
What did they sing?
Just like a white-winged dove.
Sing the song, sounds like she's singing. Ooh, baby.
Ooh. Ooh. That's the other big Stevie Nicks song.
We really ran out of steam on that one, didn't we?
Give me steam!
But what about Sarah and Rihanna?
Oh. But see, she was with Fleetwood Mac when she did those.
Yeah?
Those are great songs,
She was with Fleetwood Mac when she did Stand Back. Wasn't she?
No, I'm saying that Sarah was a Fleetwood Mac song.
Yeah.
Sarah... No, Stand Back was solo.
Was it? No way.
Bella something, that album.
Rhiannon,
also a Fleetwood Mac song.
Fleetwood Mac song. I could have sworn Stand Back was a Fleetwood Mac song.
Stevie's... One of my favorites... Stevie Nicks songs, you're gonna think I'm a crazy nut case, but nobody knows this song anymore. But it was played on the radio a lot. Was called "I Can't Wait," which is basically Stand Back.
Huh.
But she said, "How will we feel 20 years from now?" in that song, and it's been over 30 years since that song came out. It's kind of ironic. I just had a moment of self-reflection. Did that stop the show in any way when I reflected?
That's it. We have to end the show now.
Oh, it does?
It stopped.
Have to end?
We're over. We're done.
So you agree with me, though, that they didn't play enough Prince songs on the news?
In general, I think they limited themselves when it comes to Prince songs.
You're a big fan of Prince songs.
Yes, I was. I did not appreciate Prince as much as I should have, like, growing up and such. But I slowly began in recent years to appreciate Prince a lot more. And now that, of course, he's passed away.
Seems, according to an article I wrote, and I posted this on my Facebook, apparently he died in the he made it to the elevator.
Yeah, I heard that.
And
he collapsed.
Which is so weird, because then I instantly thought, let's go crazy. At the beginning of the song, he goes, "Dearly beloved," like he is giving a sermon. Mm-hmm. We are gathered for this thing called life. And it's a very sort of reflective, he's talking about life and everything. And he's like, if the elevator lets you down, go crazy and punch a higher floor. Huh. And I'm like, wow, how weird. In his death, he's referencing a song where he was, in a sense, transcendent. And we will forever dance. He was
transcendent.
We will forever dance to that song and go crazy in honor of Prince.
He is dear to my heart. He's a great representation of someone between genders.
And he was. Mm-hmm. With the thing that looked like the symbol. Well, that was
his name, and then you look at the album. I don't. What album was that? The one that had a kiss on it.
What was Under a Cherry Moon?
I'm not sure, but it was him riding the motorcycle.
Oh.
And this is before his name change, and it had a little transgender symbol on the motorcycle.
Oh. See, I can't remember. I don't know the specific. But yes, Prince did that because he didn't want to be called Prince for a while, because he was so mad at his record label because they were not paying him what he should be owed. And I think he was angry about every musical artist that had been screwed over the years by record labels.
Understandable.
Warner Brothers.
Warner.
So they're the new sponsor of this podcast, Warner Brothers. Mm-hmm. So them.
Them.
If you sponsor this show, we're going to say the same to you. Anyways.
And your stupid rabbit.
Why did you say that about rabbits?
I was talking about Warner Brothers.
Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm. You know, it's going to be Bugs Bunny Day this weekend.
That's weird.
Yeah, like Saturday or Sunday or something.
Oh.
This is the last...
I'm going to see a virtual girl perform on a stage.
A virtual girl on stage.
Because we are living in a virtual world, and I am a virtual girl.
And that's on Sunday or Saturday?
Saturday.
And this is that anime thing, or what? Explain.
Yes, it's an anime thing. It's the Vocaloids. I've described it before. It's a music making program that synthesizes a voice, and then they use different they've created these characters to personify these voices, and they actually have become pop stars.
Huh,
that's very interesting. You may think it's weird, but let me tell you something. It's a Saturday night, so I guess that makes it all right.
I think that's a great idea.
Excuse me, Hayley. First time listener, long time disgruntled fiddle player. I wanted to ask you, how is that entertainment? I mean, you could just, someone could just play that synthetic person in your house. What's the difference? I mean, come on.
Why would you go to any concert ever then, if someone could just play it in your house?
But
it is still live music. It's live music with a synthesized voice.
Can I smoke pot at this concert?
There's probably going to be more people smoking pot.
Oh, then I may go.
I didn't know you were a pothead, disgruntled fiddle player.
I prefer to be called pot tolerant.
Pot tolerant.
Pot tolerant. Mark, he gets lit up all the time. Now, is that the proper term? Lit up?
Sure.
Why not? Hemp. Hemp is different, though.
Hemp is a material made out of not the bud.
Oh, okay. But it's stronger than a normal rope.
It's stronger than normal. It's more renewable. You can grow it a lot faster. So therefore, it's cheaper.
I feel...
It's probably just altogether better.
I feel we've, gone almost 25 minutes.
Yeah, that's exactly right. What you gonna do about it, punk?
I think I'm going to say that... Shall we wrap it up here?
That sounds good.
All right. I think what we should do is, because hopefully you'll be back again for the next show, and we can cover some more ground.
That's the dream.
But I like that we talked about steampunk on today's show, and Prince, and Stevie Nicks. It was a good combination of things.
Mm-hmm.
And that strange experience I had on Friday night with... partying with pastors. That was interesting.
Yeah, you mentioned that briefly in the podcast, but...
That was bizarre.
Anyway, let's get out of here. Let's join the disgruntled fiddle player and blow this joint.
Did you get it, disgruntled fiddle player? Did you get it? Did you get it?
You get it?
Yeah, that was good. That was funny. You want to smoke a bowl with me now?
Disgruntled fiddle player.
What? Willie Nelson, 2017.
Bob Dylan smoked a lot of weed.
He did?
Mm-hmm. He's the one that got the Beatles into it.
Really?
Yep.
Did you know Richard Nixon, when he was getting he got a gun from Elvis Presley? Elvis Presley came to the White House.
Nixon got a gun.
And you see them shaking hands. There's a famous photograph of Elvis. And I didn't realize while that was happening... I found this out on C-SPAN over the weekend. Elvis said to Nixon, "Yeah, we need to. The Beatles are
we got the Beatles. You know what the Beatles do? They're all popular and whatnot, and they take their money back to England, and then they spread anti-American hate." He said to Nixon, and Nixon neither agreed or. Disagreed because
he was neither confirm nor deny.
He wasn't being recorded with tapes at that point, but somebody was writing down everything they were saying. They had a stenographer or whatever you call it. Then that inspired all the taping at the White House. So put that in your pipe and smoke it, disgruntled fiddle player.
We should have had this show on 420.
Seriously, we missed it by a week.
Speaking of 420, we're at 27:25 now, which is significantly longer than 420. So we should probably head out.
Okay.
Later that day.
But we forgot the podcast picture.
And here's today's podcast picture.
You. It's of me. It's of me. Over in Dublin. Overlooking the Dublin Grade. Isn't that exciting?
No!
And that was last week I took the picture.
I'm far away!
Next show, it's going to be Madame Rootabega, Valentino, and Bison Bentley.
I'm so far!
Mike's Daily Podcast is written and produced and performed by Mike Matthews. His podcast is super easy to find. Download or listen to his show and read his blog at MIKEs-DAILY-PODCAST.com. Email Mike now at MIKEs-DAILY-PODCAST@gmail.com. See you tomorrow. Bye!